beautiful. Look at that. That's so beautiful. Okay. I'm wondering, I have some of these seeds, but they're for purple flowers. I don't know, I'm gonna leave well enough alone. Anyways, there's the boat rental place right there. If I can check it out tomorrow. Let's go around this way. I don't like, well, I'm gonna follow the sidewalk over here. There's a campground sign. Follow that road and it takes you to the campgrounds. But there's campgrounds that go up on the other side over there too. It is so beautiful out here. Look at the little birdie. He's just like right there. Okay. Environmental Learning Center. That's the place where they have the haunted house at. I may go walking up that way. I should have brought my bike. If nothing else, I could have brought my electric bike. Sorry. I forgot to pay attention to what I'm recording. See, there's not that many people on the beach, but there's that bench I like. A little snake. Looks like a rattlesnake. I see the rattler on it. That is... Oh no, there's Bigfoot again. That's my second spotting of Bigfoot today. Since my vacation, I have spotted 2. Let's see what we got here. This explains about the raccoons, the beaver, the red-winged blackbird. We got a bunch of those at the house. Muskrats, dragonfly. I did not know they had muskrats here. Wait. I want to pause that and read up on that. Anyways, so pretty. Okay, we're right at the water's edge. I hear a Harley. I hears the Harley. Uh-oh. You can't tell me I don't know what a Harley sounds like. Okay, now, oops, I reverted. Okay. Here we go. Here's the Environmental Learning Center. Anyways, whenever they have special tours and things they do here, this is where they meet up, I believe. I've only been to one, the night walk with the UV light. It was awesome. See? Ooh, but, oh no, look at this log. It has a beaver face. I guess this is the door stopper. But anyways, Pennsylvania bats. Pause at any time if you want to check out any of this information. Okay. Getting the layout of Black Moshannon Lake Loop. There's a bat box right there. Isn't that cool? I want to get some and put them at the edge of Dragonfly. The edge of the property. Oh, look. Look how beautiful. Look. It is so pretty. Some more gonna bloom right here. They're so beautiful. Okay. I don't know who that woman was that was waving at me. So weird. She should leave me alone. Okay. Come to the... Oh, I think I chased a frog. Look how pretty. Picturesque, isn't it? Let me screenshot. Yeah. Sorry about the wobble. Okay. Let me zoom back out. You know what I have noticed as I'm walking? I'm having a hard time just stopping and, I don't know, taking a breath. So I think I will do just that. I feel like I've got to be doing something. And I'm not a human doing, I am a human being. I got to keep reminding myself that, because otherwise I'm going to be exerting my energy to the end of my days on everything else besides relaxing. Well, not just relaxing, but enjoying life. I mean, if you think about it, I'm going to stop right here. If you think about it, we're born into this world. We pay taxes. We struggle. Not everybody. Some people are born into money, and more power to them. And I'm sure they have their lessons that... Did you see the butterfly? They have their lessons that they learn. If not, maybe if there is such a thing as reincarnation, maybe it's their turn to just have a wonderful life. And the same, I just seen a bobber in the tree. I'll see if I can zoom in on it. See? Good catch. Nice oak. Anyways, so I forgot what I was saying. I get sidetracked easy. But look at the clouds. It looks like the rain clouds are starting to come in. There's a cartoon where I think it's a little girl and she's talking about something, and then a butterfly flies by and she says, "Butterfly," and gets distracted right away. That's me all day, every day. Not butterflies either, just everything. Little things catch my attention all over the place. I really wish this was my backyard. It's not the ocean, so I don't have to worry about tsunamis. It'd be cool. You can fish right out here if I ate fish. Huh. There's ferns growing everywhere, so I can eat the fern. Fern, what are they called? Not fiddle faddle. That's not it. Isn't that Cracker Jack like snack, fiddle faddle? Anyways, let's get a move on. That was a nice little intermission. So, I see people coming this way. See way over there? Yeah. Maybe they're just going to the table. Doesn't matter. I just heard something in the woods. Okay. Anyways. I wonder how many different species of spiders there are out here. What is that? Is that a flower? Look at that. Do you see that? What is that? Huh. Isn't that neat? I'm gonna have... Ooh, is that a fungus though? I think it's a fungus, because look. Huh. It's on just that tree right there. It's not a tree, that bush. Anyways, oops, watch out for these roots. There's roots everywhere. Tiny ones, big ones. Gotta remind myself to watch where I'm walking. And try to pay attention to what I was talking about. Spiders. I swear, look, I haven't gotten very far, have I? I was talking about spiders. So, I remember when we lived in Okinawa, I think, but I'm not sure, that this happened after my coma at 9 years old. But there was these kids that would always take their bikes and go ride them out and go play in the woods. And I always wanted to go do that. But my mom told me one time, she says, you can't go there because I heard that a little kid went back there and got bit by a banana spider and died. I don't know if you know what a banana spider is. Hey, those flowers are there again. Okay. But anyways, whew, I almost lost my balance. Whoosh, whoosh. Would have been a muddy one. But anyways, I always thought banana spiders were cool looking. And I love the name because I love bananas. I love tropical fruit. Look at all the flowers. So I was never able to go play in the woods and have fun. Everything was scary in the woods. A lot of traumas and fears that get passed down, like fears of spiders or fear of not belonging, fear of not being loved, not being good enough. A lot of those fears, they come from family. They get passed down without even realizing it. I hear, what is this? Those are the tiniest little acorns, are they not? Oh, I heard a sliding noise right by my ear and I remembered. It's my ponytail hitting my jacket. It's this material, this makes noise. Anyways, these are the tiniest little acorns. I'm gonna keep them. But those fears get passed down just through little things like my mom saying, don't go play in the woods because you can get killed with the spiders. And watch out for I don't know. It's so pretty. I love ferns. Ferns are one of my favorite plants. They're so beautiful. I don't like walking through here unless it's a path because I don't want to stomp out the life of a plant. Oh, there's people coming, so turn this way. Hello. They just said whoa about something. Yeah, no kidding. Look at that. Look at all the sand going crazy over there. Ooh, it's like a... Okay. There we go. See? That's the people. I don't mind showing them without their face showing. After they're a ways off. I'm not getting anybody busted. I seen the Coldplay video. Look at this lone stick. Looks like a snake. It really does. Look at the end of it. Its mouth open. Okay. Yeah. That wind warning is fitting into its warning. I thought I seen something move over here. Anyways. Wonder how many times I could walk around here. Those Shasta daisies or just wild daisies. I don't know what they call them. Little bugs all over. But this place is so beautiful when it's filled out and green and growing. Everything is... Ooh, look. I could squat right here and we could hang out with them. Look, see what I seen? Okay, and then there's these little water bugs that go skirting over the water. I remember seeing those in Japan. Oh, they move really fast. There's a bunch of them. But you can see in the water. I forget, the darkness of the water is caused by the algae that lives in this water. But it's really good for you. It's not anything bad. Okay, back up. Here we go, back on the trail. No, I was saying, since it's 3/4 of a mile, this loop, if I spent all day out here, took breaks whenever I needed it, I wonder how many miles I would get before either I'd get wore out, look how pretty, or it would get too dark, or I'd get too scared because it's too dark. Scary cat, right? Last vacation, I faced the fear of not the last one, but the vacation before. I faced the fear of heights and the fear of riding in planes. I went skydiving, right? So this time I'm in the middle of the woods, very last cabin on the left. I don't know if there's any horror buffs out there, but yeah, there's nothing beyond, and it's pitch black and it's scary, and I have a fear of the dark. I thought about pitching a tent outside of the cabin and sleeping outside. But the way this brain works, the first thought is, well, what about bears? Because this is black bear area, and I'm sure there's mountain cats and stuff. But the way my brain works, it's like, ooh, this could be fun. I could conquer. What the heck is that? What is that? What the heck is that? It looks like the inside of a kiwi, like. What is that? That is so interesting. There's none other around. What is that? I don't want to touch it because I don't know what it is. Oh, all right, I touched it. Feels like a seed. You know them lantern plants? It's got a leaf growing on it. Where does it come from, though? I don't know, but I'm tossing it right there. It's almost like that really thin. What is that? See that? I'm finding all kind of stuff watching where I'm walking. Oh, that's a dead flower. Okay. Or an expired flower. Its time ran out. Just like all of us. So I figure why not face my fears of the dark. But just like most humans, the scary thoughts start coming in. What if a bear comes around? Or what if some lunatic escaped from the asylum? Again, I watch too many horrors. But look at that. So I'm trying to reprogram my brain to stop being so scared of everything. And the big scary stuff like heights and flight, I do those on special occasions like my birthday. It was fantastic. Jumping out of a plane. I really truly wish I wanted to tell the guy to be quiet because I wanted to enjoy. I just wanted to enjoy falling. It was awesome. It was peaceful. And after he pulled the parachute, that's when I could hear him and he could hear me, and that's when he wanted to talk and talk and ask me questions and record me. And it's like, I think next time I will ask specifically to not to do that, because it took away from the sense of I was doing something on my own. I know I wasn't, but I didn't need a reminder like a monkey hanging off my back. You know what I mean? Constantly chattering. I already got a monkey brain going on. But anyways, it was fun. I'm not trying to complain about everything. I hear people coming up behind me. But I will stop somewhere up here. Let them pass. Probably at the table, but there's my car over there. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. There's my car. So I'm almost there. It's just, I don't like... It's not that I don't like humans. I'm just on vacation, and I want to be alone. Doesn't matter what I want, to be honest with you. Everything happens in the way it was planned. Ooh, let's go down this way. See, there's a fork in the road. It's actual, watch my step, an actual fork. So the road splits. Shall we see what goes up this way? Let's do some daring walking. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This goes to the campground. If I go this way, it's not 3/4 of a mile because I have to go all the way back around, then back around the road over there. There's the people coming. See? So I'll go this way. They can't. Maybe Maybe they won't see me or hear me. I could just squat. But why? There's someone walking up there. I like the way they're watching from over here. Okay. We shall go back down this way. Let them pass. See, they're creeping right there. I don't know if you can see the red shirt. I am not walking up there by myself. You see what I mean? There they are, right there. See? They just went behind a tree. See why I am not walking by myself up there? Because it's quite a walk to the camps. Not camps, the campers and the people who are staying with the tent and stuff. Anyways, this is where the fork was at. Let's go back down. Let me see. I see him again. He's still standing there. See him? Maybe just wanting to take a look at the water. You know what I mean? Again, I watch too many horrors. I think that's evident by now. But let's go this way. We were going to go down there. But we'll get there next time. Lake Loop Tent Hill Trail to Campground. It's a 1/4 mile. So we're going to walk in a 1/4 mile in there. It's not bad. Oh, they're coming down now. See? Alright. I might keep moving. Some people are like me. They just don't want to have to mess with other people. You know what I mean? As long as they don't come mess with me, I'm fine. But we're back at the dam, and there's my car. I think I'm going to sit somewhere in this area. Wait to see if that person comes out. Maybe I can find out by sitting in my car, huh? I hear people talking. Oh, it's the people. They're going ahead from where I was at earlier. Maybe I'll tag along with them, huh? It is scary to go hiking alone. Not just because I watch horrors, because if something were to happen, there's no reception out here. You know what I'm saying? can slip and fall. I don't see the guy. I think it was a guy anyways. It's all in red. I think he had red shorts and a red shirt. So it might have been a woman with short hair. I don't know. Didn't get a clear view because they kept hiding behind. You know what? Instead of going that way, I'll go this way. It's like a mystery, isn't it? There's another cabin that you can rent. I think. That's why they're numbered. Butterfly. Okay. I just walked into that stick. There's a road down that way. There's a cabin right there. There's the guy in red. And it was a guy. So, oops. Here. He stopped at the water. I wonder if he could see me. Let me spy on him for a moment. Where's he at? Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go back. Look at the clouds. Got a backpack on, so he's just hiking. On a journey, just like everybody else. Maybe he just didn't want to get bothered. Well, I don't know what time it is. I think I'm going to sit in the car for a minute or two. Just to take a little break. Guess it would help if I unlocked it. This is my car. Anyways, look, can you see that barrel in the back? See the barrel? It looks brand spanking new. It was in the middle of the road, so I picked it up. There were no houses, so I picked it up. And looked at it as a gift. Because we were just talking about needing to get... I guess that's as far out as I can go. But... whew, it's hot. But anyways, there's my art stuff I brought. Little cup for water. I got my paintbrush and paints in here. And paper. Watercolor paper. I'm going to see what this... I need to see what time it is anyways. So, I'm going to upload this and... I'll get back to you later. Hope you enjoyed the babbling. Bye for now.